Jack Armstrong, the all-American boy. Here we go on another thrilling adventure with Jack Armstrong, the all-American boy.
Let's say you and the gang are out in the woods having a wiener roast. You're seated around your campfire toasting wieners and marshmallows, having a wonderful time. And when you're ready to go home, do you go away and leave that campfire of yours burning? No, not you. Because you know that nice campfire of yours might get to burning like crazy after you leave. Might even start a forest fire. So you pour lots of water on your campfire. Then you stir up the fire and pour on more water. You make sure that every spark is out before you go home, which is the thing to do, of course, because then there's no danger of a forest fire getting started. A forest fire is a pretty terrible thing, you know. It can burn thousands of trees, valuable timber that is needed for building houses, making paper, and many other things. That's why it's so important for you and me to do all we can to help prevent forest fires. So when you're out in the woods, be extra careful with fire, won't you? Don't build a campfire any place unless the law says it's okay. And when you do build a fire, be sure to douse it with water when you leave. Remember, only you can prevent that forest fire. The new Scientific Bureau of Investigation is now in operation. This modern department, headed by Vic Hardy, is dedicated to the prevention of crime. Employing the latest developments of the world of science, Vic and Jack Armstrong hope to show the futility of attempting transgressions against society. The first case given to the Bureau is a mysterious smuggling operation. A man who has been dubbed the Border Phantom has found a new means of getting contraband into the country. It's up to our friends to solve this case, capture the criminal, and expose his methods of operation so no one else will ever try it again. Jack Armstrong and his friends do not know that their dangerous assignment will lead them back to the Boland and Bond Circus, to Lady Thunder and all of the rest. Yes, they're going to find thrills and excitement that they don't expect at this moment as they fly toward El Paso, Texas to pick up the trail of the notorious Border Phantom.
Billy, you awake?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, Jack, I'm asleep. I mean, sure, I'm awake.
That's a lie, Billy. Betty's taking a snooze.
I'm awake, Jack.
Don't accuse me of being asleep.
You've all been so quiet, I thought I was the only one wide awake.
What did you want of me, Jack?
Well, Billy, Vic and I were discussing this Border Phantom, planning our campaign.
Yeah. And what did you want me to do?
Well, we're not exactly sure what we want you or Betty to do until we get the lay of the land. But there's something we don't want you to do. Talk.
Gee whiz, Jack.
It's a good thing you warned him, Jack. Ever since he got that SBI badge, he's been flashing it like a kid playing cops and robbers.
Oh, what are you talking about? I just showed it to that policeman at the last airport.
The only time you need to show that, Billy, is when someone challenges your authority.
Okay, Vic.
I don't mean that I think you'll be indiscreet, Billy. It's just that Vic and I believe that our part in this case must be kept completely secret.
All right, Jack. I didn't understand. I have a theory on the case, Jack.
Is that so?
Mm-hmm. He could send the dope over in a radio-controlled rocket.
We discarded that theory, Billy. Rockets can be seen for miles.
Oh, yeah, I should have known you'd think of it. And you don't think he flies across the border himself?
Not unless he has some place to hide his plane in both countries. Don't forget, Billy, the Border Patrol has been policing that entire section.
Yeah, that's right.
We may get some more information at our office in El Paso. We should be arriving there soon.
There it is, right ahead.
Where, Jack? Oh, yes. My, it's bigger than I thought it was.
Everything in Texas is big, Betty.
I'm glad we're arriving at this time of the day. We'll be able to see everything.
You'll like El Paso, Betty. Fine people down here. The city has a lot of interesting tradition.
What's the population, Vic?
Over 100,000, Billy.
Gee whiz, that big?
Everything's big in Texas, Bill.
Oh.
Will we fly over the city to get to the airport, Jack?
Yeah, but we'll have to get up a little higher. Won't be able to see very much, Betty. I better take her up now.
Hey, look, off there to the east. What's that?
Billy, can't you be specific? What are you looking at?
Oh, it's a tent. Big tent. Yeah, I'll bet that's what it is.
Where? Where are you looking? Well, of course it's a tent. Circus is probably in town.
A circus? Hey, boy, Vic, do you think they'll have... No, I suppose we won't have. Okay, just an idea.
We may have time, Billy. Say, I'm getting kind of weary. This last hop's been a long one.
It'll be over in a few minutes, Vic. Doesn't seem to be much traffic in the air today. We may be able to land as soon as we get to the airport.
Vic, do you want me to go to headquarters with you and the boys?
Yeah, you better, Betty. You may have to take some notes. I hope they have enough information so I can get away in a few days. Inspector Montrose said he had a lot of things to talk over with me.
Hate to think of working on a case without you, Vic.
No. No, it couldn't be.
What are you mumbling about, Billy?
Nothing. I thought I saw something.
Believe me, Jack, when I say I'd rather be out on the chase than back there in that office. But Montrose said I could run the department as I saw fit, and I'll make sure that I'm with you on plenty of cases.
But the more you look at it, the more it looks like it. No, it couldn't be.
What in the world are you talking about, Billy?
Nothing, Betty. Just looking up there in the skies ahead.
Up where?
Well, I'm sure that if you get us started on this case, we'll be able to carry on, Vic. All right, fasten your seatbelts. We're going to circle the field once. It looks as though it's all clear. I'll contact the tower when we get to the far end.
You see what I mean, Betty?
Yes, I do, Billy.
Jack told you two to fasten your seatbelts. What are you looking at?
You tell him, Betty.
Vic, those flying saucers people have been seeing in the sky.
Yeah, Betty, what about them?
Do you want to see one, Vic?
Are you serious, Billy?
I think I am.
Well, I see it too, Billy, so you must be right this time.
Where?
Right up there. See where I'm pointing?
About 15,000 feet above us, but straight ahead.
Level off, Jack.
If that isn't a flying saucer or a disc or whatever they call them.
It sure is. Look at it up there, just as plain as day. See it, Jack?
I see something up there, yes. Can't make out what it is from here, though.
Come on, let's go up and find out what it is.
I say let well enough alone.
Oh, yes, I see what you're looking at. What do you make of that, Jack?
I don't know. Probably a strange cloud formation. I don't know what it is, Vic.
Come on, please. Let's go up and see what it is. Gee whiz, we have plenty of gas, Jack. We're here way ahead of schedule.
Jack, you'll have to admit that looks like a saucer.
Yes, but...
Oh, come on, Jack.
All right, but don't be too disappointed if when you get up there it dissolves into thin air.
That thing dissolved into thin air? Look at it, Jack. You can see it right in front of you.
Hold on, then. Here we go.
Boy, if we can just force it down so we can examine it and let everybody know what it really is.
My, it looks big, doesn't it?
Silvery gray. I'll bet it's made entirely of duralumin.
Seems to be moving quite fast. What's your airspeed, Jack?
160, Vic.
You'll never catch that thing at this speed, Jack. Step it up, Jack. Step it up.
Don't forget we're climbing, Billy. There we are, full throttle.
Full throttle? We'll be doing about 400 when we level off. If we can't catch it, we can at least gauge its speed.
Now, that's higher than you think it is, Billy. I'm not even sure that it's round. Most distant objects in the sky look round, you know.
But you'll have to admit it's shaped like a saucer, Jack.
It's disappeared. I don't see it now.
It went behind a cloud. You'll see it again in a minute or so.
Those clouds are moving pretty fast up there, doing a good 200 miles an hour. I don't know whether we'd better attempt to follow that thing or whatever it is. We may run into some bad weather.
Oh, come on, Jack. We've gone this far. We've flown through bad weather before. Gee whiz, just think if we can get some information on that flying disc. That'll be important.
All right, Billy, we'll fly after it for a few more miles, and then if we don't catch up with it, we're turning back.
What's your airspeed now, Jack?
250, Vic. We're going to level off now.
But, Jack, it's still above us. There it is. See it? See it?
Coming out from behind that cloud, Vic. Right where I'm pointing.
Yes, I see it. And it seems as far away as it was when we first spotted it.
Boy, that must really be traveling.
And the tailwind's pushing it along.
Do you think you can catch up to it, Jack?
Before I try, I'm going to get a look at it through the glasses. Take over the controls, Billy.
Okay, Jack. Gee, I wish we had some machine guns on this plane. They may give us a fight.
Hold the ship steady, Billy, till I get these glasses focused.
What is it, Jack? What do you see?
Can't make it out, Betty. Round or oval-shaped mass. So many clouds around it, No, I can't make it out.
No positive contour?
No, Vic, it looks almost like another cloud.
May I have the glasses, Jack?
Of course, Betty, here.
It's going again. It's going again. Boy, I thought that was a lot of hooey about flying saucers. But we saw it with our own
We
eyes.
saw something shaped like a saucer. It may be the reflection from our plane, Billy.
Gee whiz, Jack, won't you even believe your own eyes?
Not until I'm positive they're actually looking at something, Billy.
Oh, I wish it would come out from behind the clouds so I could see it.
The control, Jack. Take over the control.
What happened?
We flew right into it. Right into a squall, and I'm afraid... Yes, I'm afraid we're in for a rough time. Tighten those belts. I'll see if I can get down below this storm.
Oh, dear, we're being tossed around like a feather. Jack, you don't think that flying saucer has anything to do with it?
Of course not, Betty. We've just flown into the path of the storm. Where's that saucer now? Can you see it?
Boy, when that wind hit us, I wasn't even thinking of the saucer. Nowhere ahead now, Jack.
No, I can't see it, Jack.
You better try to get down on the ground, Jack.
I am trying to, Vic. I can't seem to find the bottom of this storm. I keep getting more and more elevation. I'm afraid to put any more strain on the wings and tail. I have to go down gradually.
Jack, what's happening? We're spinning around. Jack, can't you control it? Oh, dear, what's happening?
Trying to pull it out. Trying to get it out of the spin, Betty, but controls don't seem to... There. The wings are biting in now. Plane stopped spinning. Black as night out there, though.
What if we fly right into it, Jack?
Into what, Billy?
The flying saucer, the disc, or whatever that thing is.
I'm not going to worry about that, Billy. I want to get out of this storm. There, finally. Boy, that artificial horizon was spinning around so fast, I didn't know if we were flying upside down or not.
What's your altitude, Jack?
12.5. Hold on, we're getting it again.
Oh, dear, this is our fault. Yours and mine, Billy.
What does the altimeter say now, Jack?
Wait a second, Vic, please. You tell him, Billy. That wind's really blowing.
11,000 and about 900, Vic.
Good for you, Jack. Try to get below it. I am, Vic. I am. Not much control, though.
Oh, boy, if we plow right into it.
Forget about that, Billy.
Keep quiet, Billy.
Try a slow bank to the left, Jack. I am, Vic. That's what I'm doing, trying to slip down through it, but... No. There we go up again. Have to give it the wind or it'll pull the wings off of her.
It's getting lighter ahead. I'll let you know if I see it again, Jack.
Quiet, Billy.
We may be edging out of the wing pattern. It is getting lighter. Now, taking us right back into the center of that wind again, and there's nothing I can do about it.
Why don't you nose it straight down, Jack? Take a chance.
Not that kind of a chance, Billy. We have some control over the plane now, but if I did that... Oh, hold on.
Oh, dear. I'll bet we dropped 500 feet that time.
We're still in the storm. Try taking it down again, slowly.
Boy, if those flying saucers can even buck this kind of wind. Okay, Betty, okay, I'll keep quiet.
What's your altitude, Jack?
10,000, Vic.
We're dropping down through it, aren't we, Jack?
I hope so, Betty, I hope so. Look, I'm going to take a chance. Give it full throttle and try a long power dive. But before I do, buckle on your parachutes. This is a treacherous wind.
Buckle on parachutes. Go ahead, Betty, go ahead.
I can take care of myself.
I mean, buckle mine on. I'm watching for that flying saucer.
Forget about that, Billy. Do as Jack says.
Okay. There we are. I'm getting it, Betty.
Stand ready to bail out if I shout jump.
Oh, dear.
Okay, Jack.
Give it the gun, Jack.
Wait till I can level it off. Wind keeps pushing me back toward the center of that storm mass. Getting it now. Almost level. Okay, here we go. If this wind turns, it'll tear the wings off. But we have to take that chance. We have to take that chance.
Down to 9,000, Jack. Down to 9,000.
The wind doesn't carry us back up. We'll make it. Pressure on these wings is terrific. Can't see where I'm going, but I think we're dropping.
8,500 feet, Jack. You're gonna make it. You're gonna make it.
Steady, Jack, steady. Been in a blow as bad as this before. Watch it, watch it.
Gee, that took us up 200 feet, Jack.
I eased it off just in time. I'd have torn the wings off if I hadn't ridden with it.
Nice work, Jack.
Jack, ahead. Look ahead. There's another plane. The flying saucer.
That's not a flying saucer. Did you hear what I said, Billy? That is not a flying saucer. Hold on, I'm going to try to dive under it.
Oh, boy, how would you like to be up in that terrific wind trying to pull your plane out of the storm and then suddenly see another ship directly ahead of you? Jack said it was not a flying saucer. It wasn't one of those mysterious discs. What kind of a plane was that flying directly ahead of them? Will Jack be able to maneuver his plane to keep from crashing into the other one? I want to know the answers to those two questions, and so do you. So be sure, all of you, to listen in tomorrow to the next exciting episode of Jack Armstrong and the Phantom of the Sawdust Trail. This is Jack Brand, inviting you to be with me tomorrow for another thrilling adventure with Jack Armstrong, the All-American Boy.
This is ABC, the American Broadcasting Company.
Here we go on another thrilling adventure with Jack Armstrong, the All-American Boy. And now, Jack Armstrong and the Phantom of the Sawdust Trail. Jack Armstrong and his friends have joined the Boland and Bond Circus to cover their actions as operatives working for the FBI. Vic Hardy, head of this new department, has put all of the resources of the Scientific Bureau of Investigation to work on the baffling case of the Border Phantom. Narcotics are being smuggled into the United States by a dangerous criminal, an unknown American renegade who has baffled the law agencies for many months. He has a price on his head on both sides of the border for smuggling and murder. 2 men of the Border Patrol saw this desperate outlaw, but never lived to give a description of him. But one of the men, while unconscious, repeated 3 words over and over again. 3 words, the only clue Jack Armstrong and Vic have to work on. Remember those words, for they are the key to this whole mystery. Here they are. Phantom, South, 4. Jack and Vic pondered over those 3 words and have now filed them away in their memory. You remember them, too. Friday, as we left our friends, they had just landed at a small airfield near Marfa, Texas. The ring lights of their plane lighted up the silhouette of a Skyrider ship, and when they had taxied to the end of the field and shut off their engine, they saw the headlights of a car driving toward them. Remember? This is what happened.
I wish they'd turn that spotlight off so we could see that car.
Yeah, it's so dark out here, and that light in our eyes. Jack, I don't think that's a Border Patrol car.
I can't make it out, Vic.
Are you sure? No, not positive, but have that Tommy gun ready, Jack.
Hello! Hello in that car! Why don't you answer? Turn those lights on again!
I can't see a thing, Jack.
Neither can I, but I have them covered, Vic.
All right, Jack, let's go. We'll find out who's in that car.
We're coming over there, and we have a gun trained on the car. Not so loud on the phone. Hold your voice down.
He said to be quiet.
Who's in that car? Bob Tabor, Border Patrol.
This is not a Border Patrol car.
Are you Mr. Hardy?
Yes, I'm Hardy.
This car belongs to the gent we have in the back seat. We turned out the lights because I don't think we're alone on this field. The plane landed about 10 minutes before you sat down. Oh, that's the circus plane, the Boland and Bond show, Skyrider. Flies ahead of the show to advertise it. Oh, is that all? I thought he was connected with this bird we got in the back. He's the one they want you to question, Mr. Hardy.
All right.
Get in. I'll drive off the field. Don't want to be parked right out here in the middle if another plane lands. Introduce yourself, Chet.
Vic Hardy, I'm Chet Mondo. I can't see you in the dark, but hello just the same. This is Jack Armstrong. How are you, Jack?
Fine. Is there another man in the back?
Yeah. We'll have to sit on those small seats. Get that door, will you, Jack?
Okay. I'll just pull over to the side of the field.
Our friend isn't very talkative, Vic. His name is Bartoli, not Mike Bartoli.
Who's that? How you know my first name?
Mike Bartoli, rum runner, black marketeer, and now dope, huh?
Who are you?
Flash your light in my face, Jack. Recognize me, Mike?
Silence.
That's right, Mike. Now shine the light in his face, Jack. Yep, the same scowling face. So you're not very talkative, eh, Mike? It wouldn't give us any information, Vic.
We caught him with this package of dope. It was under the back seat.
Wait a minute. I'll turn the dome light on.
Well, quite a load. Who'd you get this from, Mike? I grew the stuff in my backyard.
And this type won't talk, Jack.
What do you mean, this type?
This dumb type. The kind of a fall guy who likes to spend his life behind prison walls, 5 and 10 years at a stretch.
Oh?
Then he has a record. How many times have they sent you up, Mike?
You ought to know, Kappa.
I know of 5 times they've caught you, and I know of a city that'd be glad to get you, Mike. They've been looking for you ever since a man named Legan was found in his car.
I didn't have nothing to do with that. You can't send me back there all right for that.
I think we can, Mike. Now, are you willing to talk about this phantom?
I don't know nothing about any phantom. I told you where I got that stuff. That's all I got to say, see? I don't know nothing more.
A stretch for smuggling on top of that shooting is going to put you away for about 15 years, Mike. Might be a good idea to do some talking.
What do you want to talk about, Kappa? The weather? Or how about politics? Or maybe you'd like to talk about your past.
Okay, Rod. Chet, take him into headquarters. Get in touch with the Illinois police and have your office contact the right authorities for extradition papers. Rush it through. You're going to be sorry for that, silencer. Going to have some of your boys take care of me, huh, Mike? Things like that have happened. You want to be careful or the Phantom might start playing rough. Go on, Jack. I don't think it would be wise to let it be known that you've captured this man yet, Rod. I get you, Vic. What do you mean by that crack? Take good care of him, Chet. I will, Vic. All right. Sit back in that seat, you. Remember, silencer, the Phantom might start playing rough. Take him to headquarters, Rod. Okay, Vic. And send that package of opium over to the Narcotics Bureau. We'll keep in touch with you. He was a tough-looking mud, Vic. He used to be a dangerous gangster, Jack. I'm surprised to see him mixed up in this dope racket and taking orders from someone else. He used to give the orders to the hoodlums in all the Middle West. Well, we didn't get much information from him. You're wrong there, Jack. Now, the mere fact that Mike Bartoli is tied up with the Phantom is very enlightening. Gangsters usually run in packs. You know what I mean. Call in their old friends when they get in on a new racket. Mike Bartoli working for somebody else. I wonder who it could be. Let me think. No, I've forgotten most of the members of his gang, but we can get that information from the police records. You sound worried, Vic. I am a little worried. If Mike contacts any of his mob and they learn that we're working on this case, we'll just have to fight fire with fire, Vic. Yeah, I guess you're right. Well, we're going to fly back to El Paso or spend the night in Marfa? The Bowling and Barn Circus will be pulling in here in the morning. Why don't we camp out tonight? All right with me. Sure, we can take the sleeping bags out of the plane and curl up underneath it. It'll be cooler out here than in a hotel. All right, Jack. Let's turn in now so we can get up early in the morning. I want to call Dusty on the radio first thing in the morning and have him check on Mike and his mob. Police keep pretty close tab on known criminals, don't they? Of course. They may think they're getting away from something by moving from one state to another, but the police know where to put their finger on them. Got a plane up there. What's the time to find this field? How about it, Vic? Think we ought to turn on our wing lights so they'll know where to set out? I don't see any harm in it, Jack. Might be the other circus plane. I'll switch them on. Yeah, that lights it up, doesn't it? Yeah, that ought to help him. He is trying to land, Jack. He's blinking his wing lights. Weather reported clear skies tonight. Must be a big moon up there. Yeah, he's going to land. That is the other circus plane, Jack. The wing walker's ship. Oh, yeah, that's that man Peter Webster we met this afternoon. He must have known just where this field was. Those stunt planes aren't equipped with the instruments we have, Vic. Hello! Hello yourself! Thanks for letting me in. Oh, it's you, Hardy. Yeah, that's right. Thought at first it was the boss's plane. Smokey usually gets in ahead of me. His plane's over on the other side of the field, Cheater, all bedded down for the night. Haven't seen him around here, though. No, once he gets his plane under cover, he heads for town. Doesn't like the outdoor life. I usually have to be night watchman. Did you two guys fly down here with him? No, we took off about 10 minutes after he did. We had a little trouble finding the field. You seem to know just where it was, Cheater. I should. I gave flying lessons here for about 6 months. Oh, well, then you didn't need any wing lights. Oh, thanks, just the same. They helped. I saw an automobile pulling away from here. I had some visitors. Tourists. Said they were lost. They must have been coming down that back road. We couldn't give them any information, so they turned around and headed back the way they came. Well, they'll get into Marfa, but it's a long way around. Hey, you guys going into town? No, we're going to camp out here. Have some sleeping bags in the plane. Well, then I'll bring my bedroll over here as soon as I get my ship covered. Just pull a tarp over the engine. Nothing fancy like the boss's. I noticed he covers his ship from nose to tail. Takes good care of it. Yeah, he's a careful one, all right. Yeah, well, what did he say when you told him you were going to help me out? We still haven't met him. He took off for here without coming over to our truck. Did, huh?
funny the way that guy shies away from people. You know, there's something about him that, well, I suppose we all have our faults.
What were you going to say, Cheater?
Oh, nothing, but he is a funny egg. One day he's a sweet hombre. Next, you wish he'd stay up there skywriting all day. Funny guy.
Temperamental, huh?
Oh, I don't know what it is. Hot and cold, you know. A lot of people like that, I guess. Yeah, well, look, I'll drape the canvas over the nose, get my bedroll, and come back here. That is, if you don't mind company.
No, of course not. Glad to have you.
I'd like to talk over those stunts you were telling me about, Jack, before we go to sleep.
Okay, Cheater. I think we might as well cover the old girl up to the neck, too. I'll get the top.
Yeah, I can help you with that.
Okay, Vic. Watch your head when you go into that room.
Yeah.
These planes have been pampered under cover of a hangar all this time.
Yeah, I suppose it's the first time this cover's been used.
Oh, look, you get over on the other side. I'll toss your hand over to you.
You can lace that side down, and I'll take care of this.
Okay, then.
Hey, you guys hear about that smugglers aboard a Phantom?
Jack. No, Cheater. What about him?
That guy's making a monkey out of the police. I heard it over the radio tonight. Then while the Border Patrol was looking for him in Brownsville, he sneaked over the Rio Grande halfway between here and El Paso. That's a laugh, isn't it?
Yeah, Cheater, that sure is. Yeah, that's a laugh.
Wonder how he does it, Cheater. Maybe he uses one of those flying saucers. You need some help with that cover?
No, we're all set now.
Well, I spread this bedroll under the wing.
Yeah, that's okay. I'll get ours, Vic.
All right, Jack.
You think this bird of Phantom uses a plane, huh, Cheater?
Well, I must. How else would he be able to dodge back and forth so fast?
Yeah, that's right. That's right. Jack Armstrong, Vic, and the pilot Cheater talked for a few hours and then dropped off to sleep. As the moon finally broke through the heavy clouds, I could see the silhouette of a man who very quietly crossed the field and stopped a few feet from Jack's plane. Then he stole over to the Skyrider's ship. Quietly, he lifted a large tarpaulin covering the ship and crawled beneath it. He was under there for several minutes. When he emerged, he was stuffing a package inside his jacket. And once again, he moved toward the three men sleeping under the plane. The rays of the moon reflected the steel blue of a revolver the man was carrying. Suddenly, he froze in his tracks.
What's that? Vic. Vic, you asleep? Funny, I thought I heard someone walking around. I wish I was wrong.
Look, the man just stands there with gun pointed. Then he seems to dissolve into the night as the clouds once again pass over the moon. Was that the Border Phantom? The dangerous smuggler whom Jack and Vic are out to capture? What was in that package he took from the Skyrider's plane? Oh, boy, I want to know the answers to those questions, and so do you. So be sure, all of you, to listen in to the next exciting episode of Jack Armstrong and the Phantom of the Sawdust Trail. This is Jack Graham, inviting you to be with me tomorrow for another thrilling adventure with Jack Armstrong, the All-American Boy.
This is ABC, the American Broadcasting Company.
All-American Boy! Here we go on another adventure with Jack Armstrong, the All-American Boy. And now,
now, Jack Armstrong and the Phantom of the Sawdust Trail. The notorious smuggler who has already taken the lives of 3 men has threatened to do away with Jack Armstrong and his friends. Yesterday, we saw him make an attempt to carry out his threat. As the long line of circus trucks rolled along the highway toward Del Rio, Texas, the plane of the Phantom suddenly dove out of the skies and sent a stream of bullets into the cab of Jack's truck. Jack and Billy heard his plane approaching and leaped from the truck just in time to escape death. A faulty wire on their headlight caused it to flicker on and off. Upon examination, they found the wire had been cut. So Jack is now positive. Someone working with the circus is in league with a dangerous smuggler. The blinking headlight told the Phantom which truck Jack was driving. As our story closed yesterday, Jack and Billy were taking off from the airfield adjoining the circus lot. They hoped to entice the Phantom to strike in broad daylight so that Border Patrol planes flying high overhead will be able to swoop down and capture the man. Yes, Jack and Billy are going to act as human decoys. Come on, let's go to the circus grounds and join Betty and Lady Thunder.
I tell you, Betty, you should have stopped him. Where's that man Smoker going up after him?
To help protect Billy when he makes the parachute jump. Jack and Smoker are going to keep circling around Billy and drive the Phantom away until the Border Patrol planes can dive in and finish him off.
And all the while, Billy will be floating down here helpless in that parachute. I tell you, it's foolhardy. If I'd have been here when they cooked up that crazy scheme, I'd have stopped him. What's the matter with that son of mine?
Please, Lady Thunder, Jack thinks this is a way to get the Phantom to strike. He has to be captured, you know.
Oh, all right. Agree with them if you want to, but I still think they're taking their lives in their hands.
They have to capture the Phantom. He's already killed 3 men, you know.
Then why did Jack and Billy want to risk their necks? I say let well enough alone. But it's their job. I suppose they're supposed to bring them to justice. When's Vic coming back, Betty?
Oh, in a week or 2. He's down in Mexico planning a correlated campaign.
Planning a what?
A campaign to capture the Phantom, comparing notes with the Mexican authorities, organizing both branches of the Border Patrol into one central plan.
Oh.
They'll capture that smuggler, don't you worry. They may even capture him today. Oh, look at Jack standing up there.
Oh, it makes me dizzy just to watch him. If that Phantom does show up today, it'll bear out something I've been thinking about.
What, Lady Thunder?
Oh, never mind, I'll tell you later. If he shows up.
All right, Lady Thunder. Oh, dear, I wish I could see those Border Patrol planes. Of course, I know they're up there, but they must be up awfully high.
They're up so high you can't even see them, no doubt of that. If that Phantom comes streaking in when Billy jumps from that plane, they'll never get down in time. This is once I don't think Jack Armstrong was very smart. And I'm going to tell him so when he gets down on the ground. If he gets down.
Oh, dear Lady Thunder, don't talk like that. Oh, look, Smoker's up there standing with Jack and Billy.
He'd see that they're going to fly right into one another head on.
It looks that way, but... Oh, they miss each other by inches.
Why do they have to clown around up there? Why doesn't Billy jump and get it over with?
They have to put on a show for the customers, Lady Thunder.
Not for my money, they don't. The show should be presented under the big top. All of these aerial shenanigans are no place in a circus. I suppose Al beat it when he saw me coming.
He had to go over to the box office to interview a new man.
A new man? You mean someone joining the show?
Lady Thunder, it's another member of the FBI. Vic sent it down here to take poor Cheater's place.
Oh. Well, that's different. I don't want Al signing up any new talent, if you can call that Smoker talent. Gonna take Cheater's place, huh? Then Vic must have an idea like mine. Good for Vic.
What do you mean, Lady Thunder?
That'll be a secret between me and Vic. We'll see if it works out. I know men, Betty, and Vic must know men, too. We'll see how it works out.
All right, Lady Thunder. Oh, dear, look at the stunt they're doing now. Going into a loop-the-loop.
Oh, every time they do that, my stomach turns flip-flops. I'm not going to watch him. Let me know when Billy jumps.
All right, Lady Thunder.
down there. Well, anyway, don't stop. What are you doing now?
There's a barrel roll, Billy. Smoke the signal for them.
Barrel roll. All this and a parachute jump beside. Oh, my lucky.
Hold on, Billy. Here we go.
Going over Niagara Falls in a barrel at the escape. Oh, another one.
Now, that wasn't so bad, was it, Billy?
Not half as bad as being run over by a train, Jack. Look, let me jump now, will you?
Oh, you're not supposed to jump until the Border Patrol spots another plane heading this way and gives us our cue word.
Cue word. Why do they have to pick the word funeral?
Because they have orders to bring in the phantoms, dead or alive.
What's Smoker signaling for now, Jack?
Let me see. Oh, yeah. Falling leaves. This won't be bad, Billy. Just ride with the plane like you were on a bicycle.
I couldn't be that deceitful to myself, Jack. The bicycle has two wheels on the ground.
You said you wanted to come up and stunt with me.
Okay, I'm game. I guess. But from now on, I'm going to turn over a new leaf.
Oh, well, here we go, Billy.
The engine, Jack. The engine conked out.
I turned it off, Billy. Now, this isn't very rough, is it?
No, this isn't bad. Oh, now the other side. And I used to think it was pretty to watch leaves falling. They seemed to drift so gently to the ground. They were so pretty. Hey, Jack, look at the plane. It's drifting over toward ours.
Don't worry, he won't crash into us, Billy. Wave to it.
And let go of this seat. I'll just blink my eyes.
Going up again, Billy.
How many more hours are you going to stunt, Jack?
Hours? We've only been stunting for a few minutes, Billy. We have to finish our routine.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, of course we have to finish our routine. But what else do you have to do, Jack?
Simulated dogfight, and then we'll go up a little higher for your jump.
So happy day.
I wonder how Vic's making out on the other side.
Other side of what, Jack?
The border, Billy. Oh, come on, relax. It's not as bad as all that.
Maybe Betty will have something to report when we get down. I hope she's listening in on that truck radio.
Well, if she isn't, the tape recorder will get Vic's message.
Oh, yeah, forgot about that. Even forgot about the circus. Gee whiz, Jack, I hate to be chicken, but that series of loops just about took care of me.
That's because you're so tense, Billy. Now, as we go into the dogfight, ride with it.
Okay, Jack, I'll try.
There's nothing to fear. Smoker's one of the finest pilots I've ever met.
Well, don't meet him up here, Jack.
Here he comes. He's supposed to be the attacking ship. We're supposed to keep out of his way. Watch him now, Billy. When he's close enough, we'll nose down, and he'll zoom right over us. Watch him.
Yeah, that's fun, isn't it?
He's cranking, going to try to come in on our tail. We'll pull an minute as he flies past, try to get on his tail.
I'll be with you, Jack. All the way, I hope.
Here he comes, and up we go. We did it, Billy. We did it. We're on his tail. Theoretically, we're pouring machine gun bullets into it.
Did I get him, Jack?
Oh, but I would have if I'd been looking through a pair of sights.
Hey, Jack, Smoker's plane. Look at it. It's on fire. There's smoke pouring out of it.
Of course, Billy. We just shot him out of the sky.
You mean that... You mean that what?
Of course not. He's not in any danger. That black smoke's pouring out of his skywriting tube. He'll land safely. Don't worry about that.
Now, I suppose it's time for me to jump.
Almost, Billy. We'll swing around in a wide circle and try to coax the phantom out of hiding. I have an idea he's been watching this show through high-powered binoculars.
That's a comforting thought.
Look off to the left there. It really looks as though Smoker's heading for a crash landing, doesn't it?
Yeah, sure does.
Now watch him. He'll pull out of that about 200 feet above the airfield, and then he'll come up here with us again.
Boy, I'll bet that crowd's getting a thrill out of all this. I kind of wish I was with him.
It doesn't take very long to get down there by parachute, Billy.
That's what I'm thinking about.
Stand by. That was one of the Border Patrol flyers. He said stand by. All right, Billy, take off those parachutes.
Take off the... Hey, did you say take off those parachutes, Jack?
You heard me, Billy. Please, hurry.
Look, Jack, I don't want to get down there that fast.
I'm not fooling, Billy. Take them off and then take over the controls of this ship.
Fly the ship?
You heard me, Billy. Now hurry.
The suspense is awful. I just need jump to get it over with. Isn't 90
jump unless the Border Patrol sights another plane.
This is worse than the first time Al took that slide for life. I'll never forget that day either. Oh, why is that fool Smoker going back up there?
To help them, just in case.
A lot of help he'd be. All he can do is scribble numbers all over the sky.
Jack and Billy are climbing higher. They must be getting ready for the jump now, Lady Thunder.
Great Caesar, I have to get it over with. I never thought I could get this excited about anything. Look at the palms of my hands, wringing wet. I can't sit in this fool wheelchair any longer. Help me to my feet, Betty.
Lady Thunder, you should.
All right, then, I'll get out myself. Hold the chair steady. How can a body sit down and watch what's happening up there? I'm all right now. I'm steady enough.
Lady Thunder, if Dr. Keller sees
He'll
you.
pat me on the back. I should have been out of that contraption a week ago. Smoker's circling around him now. They're up high enough. Why doesn't he jump?
Lean on me, Lady Thunder.
I don't need your help, Betty. I'm all right, I tell you. All right, take my arm if you want it, but they just seem to be hanging up there. Hardly moving.
They're getting ready, Lady Thunder. I don't see another ship in the sky anyplace, do you?
I can't take my eyes off Jack's plane.
I don't see another plane.
Everything's got so quiet all of a sudden. I don't like this, Betty. I don't like it at all. They're overdoing it. The crowd is practically holding its breath, waiting, just like we are.
They can sense something, Betty.
It's just like inside the big top before an accident. I don't know why, but the crowd suddenly goes quiet. I saw it happen time and time again. Do you see another plane, Betty?
I see an express going off through to the south. It might be a plane, Lady Thunder.
Where, child? Where?
Right where I'm pointing, Lady Thunder. Do you see it?
I see something off there, yes, and it seems to be getting bigger and bigger.
Oh, I wish Jack's plane were equipped with machine guns. You're right, Lady Thunder. It does look as though they're just hanging in space up there. Oh, dear. What is it? I can see Billy getting ready up there.
I can't make him out, Betty.
He's getting ready to jump, Lady Thunder. I hope he makes it all right. I hope nothing goes wrong.
Back in the sky to the south, it's getting larger. Do you think it's him? Do you think it's the Phantom, Betty?
Oh, dear. I don't know what to think. He jumped, Lady Thunder. He jumped. I saw him.
That's right, Betty. Hold on to me. Hold on to me, child. You'll be all right.
Why doesn't the parachute open? Why doesn't the parachute open?
It'll open, child. It'll open. Don't worry. There. There. The parachute opened, Betty.
He's falling down so slowly, Lady Thunder. So slowly.
He'll make it, Betty. He'll make it. Unless that Phantom... Where are those Border Patrol planes? Why did they come down to protect him?
They're up there, Lady Thunder. I know they are, but Billy's coming down so slowly.
Is Billy Fairfield strapped to that parachute which is slowly descending to the ground? That speck in the sky to the south, is that the notorious Border Phantom closing in to carry out his threat to do away with Jack Armstrong and his friends? Will those Border Patrol planes hovering in the sky high overhead be able to intercept that fast plane and capture the Border Phantom? Believe you me, I want to know the answers to all of those questions, and so do you. So be sure, all of you, to listen in tomorrow to the next exciting episode of Jack Armstrong and the Phantom of the Sawdust Trail. This is Norman Kraft inviting you to be with me tomorrow for another thrilling adventure with Jack Armstrong, the All-American Boy.
This is ABC, the American Broadcasting Company.
Jack Armstrong, the All-American Boy. Here we go on another adventure with Jack Armstrong, the All-American Boy. And now, Jack Armstrong and the Phantom of the Sawdust Trail. Jack Armstrong has captured the notorious smuggler. As yesterday's episode ended, Jack, Vic, and about 20 of the circus men closed in on the Phantom. The outlaw tried to shoot it out, and when he saw he was trapped, he tried a trick he had used many times before. Feeling sure no one actually knew his true identity, he stole out of his hiding place and joined Jack and Vic. Here's what happened.
Hey, Jack, Vic, who is it? Smoker. You know what he is? Have you found the Phantom? Yes, Smoker, we have. But we're trying to take him alive. Get down here beside us. Okay, Jack. Someone else is coming. See those two men under the supply wagon, Smoker? They're Hot Stormer and old Beepo, the clown. Oh, is that so? Hey, Jack, it's me, Billy. I couldn't make him stay back there, Jack. Quiet, you two, quiet. I'm sorry, Jack. Hi, Smoker. Do you have a gun, Billy? No. Let me have your gun, Smoker. Why, Jack? Why? Don't ask questions. Let me have your gun. I want to give it to Billy. Oh, I see. Yeah, let me have it, Smoker. Okay, here you are. Now, Billy, I'm going to shout to the rest of the men and tell them to close in, that we've captured the Phantom. But, Jack, you haven't captured him yet. He may shoot some of the men as they close in. He can't, Al. He no longer has a gun. How do you know, Jack? Because you now have it, Billy. I know it. You mean this gun? What are you pulling, Armstrong? Are you trying to say I'm the Phantom?
Cover him, Vic. Keep that gun pointed at him, Billy. All right, men, over here at the center pole trailer. Come on, we've captured the Phantom.
Oh, no, you don't, Armstrong. You can't pull a thing like this on me.
Watch out, Billy. He's going to rush you.
Stand right where you are, Smoker. I'll let you have it.
I won't shoot over your head the next time, Smoker. Stand where you are.
You're mad, all of you.
All right, put your hands out, Smoker.
You heard what he said, Smoker. Put your hands out in front of him.
These handcuffs will keep you out of trouble until we get you to headquarters.
Jack, did you get it?
Yes, I think so, Betty. Al, you better get a couple of men and take care of Hot Stormer and old Beepo, the clown. They're under the supply wagon.
Okay, Jack. You sure you can handle this guy?
We won't have any more trouble, Al.
Well, you have the handcuffs on Smoker. I thought Joe Logan.
Gee whiz, Jack, are you sure? He ain't sure of anything. You don't have anything on me, Armstrong. You have no right to treat me this way.
You're wrong there, Smoker. Wrong on 2 counts. I know everything, and I have plenty on you. Evidence of smuggling and murder.
Is Smoker the Phantom or his helper, Jack?
He's the Phantom of the Border.
You'll have to prove that, Armstrong.
That's what I intend to do, Smoker. Billy, take off his gloves.
Oh, no, Jack. Not that routine again.
Do as Jack says, Billy.
What? Why do you want me to take off my gloves? Here, let me alone. I'll steal you. There.
Gee whiz, Jack, there's nothing wrong with his right hand.
Now the left one, Billy.
Steal you. There.
Well, I'll be doggone. Betty, look. Only 4 fingers this time.
How could that be? The last time he took his gloves off, he had 5 fingers.
What's that? What do you mean the last time I took my gloves off?
Don't know a thing about it, do you, Smoker?
Of course not. What difference does it make how many fingers I have on my hands?
Because that border patrolman you murdered counted the fingers on your left hand. Unfortunately, he couldn't give us a full description of you, or we'd have caught you before this time. While he was dying, he just repeated 3 words. Phantom, South, 4. He used to be a ball player, Smoker. South means southpaw. You're left-handed. 4 indicated only 4 fingers.
You don't think you'll convict me on that kind of evidence, do you? You're dumber than I thought you were.
No, that evidence isn't strong enough, Smoker. But there's the matter of Cheater. The message he left.
I read that message he smeared on the makeup table with grease paint. All it said was, saw attack, Phantom caught me. He is M. My name doesn't start with a letter F.
No, it doesn't, Smoker, but this is what poor Cheater tried to say. Saw attack, Phantom caught me. He is my boss. The letter M is the first letter of the word my. He is my boss.
Theories, that's all they are. You can't prove anything.
Jack, how come he only has 4 fingers this time?
Wait a second, Billy. I'll explain that to you.
But Jack, Smoker was up flying with you when the Phantom was chased away by the Border Patrol.
Of course I was. I kept flying around in a circle while Billy dropped in his parachute.
I know that, Smoker, but you're still the Phantom of the Border.
Then that other plane the Border Patrol chased, that wasn't the Phantom, Jack.
Yes, that was the Phantom, Betty.
Oh, dear, I'm all mixed up.
So is your friend. You don't think anybody's going to believe I could be in two places at one time?
Yes, that's exactly what they're going to believe, Smoker. Because you were in two places at one time.
Hey, Jack, you want me to get you a glass of water or something?
Oh, I'm all right, Billy. I don't need a glass of water.
He needs his head examined. Hey, Jack, Vic, old Beefo and Hans Stormer are both unconscious. I had them taken over to the hospital tent. It's a good thing we got to them in time. They were being smothered by chloroform.
Chloroform. That's what I smell. Yeah, here on these gloves.
You don't smell chloroform on these gloves. That's ether. I use it in my gas tank.
To soup up your engine so you can get away from people, huh?
So I can do my skywriting.
Oh, yes, your skywriting. That's what gave you away, Smoker. Those lucky numbers you wrote.
What do you mean?
Vic figured out the code you were using to tell your accomplice that the coast was clear, that he could bring over another shipment of dope.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Oh, yes, you do. You'd fly up high enough so you'd have a 20-mile view of the border. And if you spotted any border patrolmen on the ground or in the skies, you'd write a number which would tell your accomplice to stay on the ground in Mexico.
When did you dream that one up?
You mean, when did we catch you? The day you wrote the wrong number up there in the sky, Smoker. You remember, don't you? There was no such lucky number on any of the tickets sold.
Well, that was just a mistake on my part.
That's right, Smoker. A mistake that's going to send you to the electric chair. You and your accomplice.
You're just using a lot of big words, Armstrong. You can't prove a thing. And who is this accomplice you talk about?
You've known him all your life, Smoker. Al, you have the keys to Joe Logan's supply wagon?
Yeah, I have a master key, Jack.
Come on, then. Let's walk over there so that Smoker can meet his accomplice. You see, we locked the door of Joe Logan's wagon so he couldn't get out. Let's go, Smoker.
Stop digging that gun into my ribs.
I didn't know you had Joe Logan locked up in his wagon, Jack.
Oh, yes. He's been locked up there since this afternoon. I locked the door shortly after Jack did the human cannonball turn, Betty.
You mean right after you pulled the gloves off Smoker? The time he had 10 fingers on his hand?
That's right, Billy.
How'd he do it, Jack? How can he have 10 one time and only 9 the next?
We'll show you, Billy.
What do you mean you'll show him?
Be patient, Smoker.
You're making a fool of yourself, Armstrong.
I don't think so. All right, stop right here. Billy, rap on the side of that wagon 3 times.
Okay, Jack.
He's still in there, Vic.
I suppose you think Joe Logan can identify me.
Before we open that door, I'm going to give you a chance to confess to everything, Smoker.
A chance to confess? You haven't got anything on me. Why, you even admitted that I was always around you when the Phantom struck. Confess to what?
Murder and smuggling.
Prove it.
All right, Smoker. Go ahead, Al. Unlock the door, please. Okay, Joe. You can come out now.
I never suspected Joe Logan.
Okay, Armstrong. Coming right up. Come on your feet. Get up and get out there and face the music.
There's someone else in that wagon.
Hey, am I seeing things?
Bring him out, Joe.
Bring who out? Oh, good night. It's Smoker.
There's 2 of them.
Let go of me. Let go, I say.
No, you don't. Remember, I have this gun on you.
Keep your gun on him, Joe.
Don't worry, Jack. He won't get away.
I won't try to get away. I'm sorry, Pete. I guess they got us.
Oh, so your name's Pete, huh?
They look so much alike you can't tell one from the other.
So you double-crossed your own brother, eh, Carl? No, I didn't have anything to do with it, Pete. I didn't double-cross you. How about the numbers you wrote up there in the sky? You told me to bring another load here to the circus. No, I didn't, Pete. Honest, I didn't. I didn't even do any skywriting today. You're lying, Carl. You're lying. You got yellow. You told me you wanted to quit. You got yellow and sold me out. No, I didn't, Pete. I swear I didn't. Jack Armstrong and Vic Hardy locked me here in this wagon just before I was going to take off. I don't know who did the skywriting.
I can explain that to you, Pete. It was Dave Marble. He's the one who took your brother's plane up in the sky. He's the one who wrote those numbers telling you to come across, to bring another load to the circus. And, by the way, he's the one who was chasing you up there in the sky tonight. He followed you after skywriting those numbers. He knows where your hideout is in Mexico. Now, do you think we'll have any trouble proving how you could be in 2 places at one time? Handcuff those 2 together, Vic. We'll have our men take them into headquarters and throw them in jail until they can be tried for murder and smuggling.
Well, Jack, when did you first suspect Smoker?
You remember the day you and Betty went up in his plane? The day he showed you how to skyride?
Yeah.
Remember when you got down on the ground and looked back at those dots and dashes that spelled out the word on? Remember you wrote O-N?
I remember that. How in the world would O-N give you a clue?
It spelled O-N from the ground, but from the air it spelled N-O. No. Nothing was heard of the Phantom that day.
Yeah, I see what you mean. He told him not to cross.
And then there was something else. Betty told me about the de-icers on the leading edge of the airplane.
What about the de-icers, Jack?
His plane wasn't equipped with de-icers, Betty. They were just masks to hide the machine guns in the wings.
Now, why couldn't I have thought of that?
None of us thought of it until we examined his ship. Oh, here comes Joe now.
Morning, Jack. Hiya, Vic.
Fine this morning, Al.
How are you, Al?
Hello, Joe.
We just came from Lady Thunder's wagon. She tells me that I was under suspicion for a while, Jack. You were. You see, we knew the Phantom was getting gasoline someplace, so the SBI started checking. We found out that you were buying far more gasoline than was needed here at the circus.
I told that guy Smoker his plane burned more fuel than any two ships needed. He said that skywriting used it up much faster. What a dope I was.
Hey, I just thought of something. Hey, you remember when we first flew down here, we saw those flying discs, those saucers that everybody else in the country was seeing?
Yes, Billy.
I got a theory. I'll bet those were just smoke rings made by those crooked twins. Now, well, one of them was drawing saucers in El Paso. The other was bringing dope across the border at Marfa.
Billy, you're wonder.
Gee whiz, I hope the papers don't learn I solved that flying saucer gag. Well, everybody I'd meet would want my autograph.
Jack, I can't tell you how much I appreciate what you've done for my friend Steve Maspo.
Hey, how about him, Jack?
He's safe in Mexico, Billy. They found him at Smoker's hideout. You see, he learned that Smoker forced Hans Stormer and his wife to act as go-betweens in passing the dope. Old people knew that, too. Smoker threatened to kill any of them if they gave him away. The night Steve disappeared, he told Beepo he was going to tell us everything. That's why the Phantom took him away.
Gee whiz, I'm going to hate to leave the circus, Jack. It's been so exciting.
Hey, that reminds me. Lady Thunder wants to see all of you. She's throwing a big party in the cookhouse. Everybody in the show will be there.
A party! Hot dog!
Oh, that's nice of her. Will I have time to change my clothes and put on a dress?
A dress? Oh, that's right. You're a girl.
And so, once again, Jack Armstrong and his friends have successfully closed the case against the lawless. The dreaded Phantom and his helper must now pay their debt to society, must pay for their crimes with their lives.
Hey, hold everything. Don't leave yet, Mr. Lester. Monday, Sky King. Tuesday, Jack Armstrong. Remember? The new deal. The complete story.
Billy's right, girls and boys. Beginning Monday and each day, Monday through Friday, you will hear 5 complete, thrilling adventure stories each week. Not 15-minute continued stories, but complete half-hour shows. Now listen closely. The time each weekday is 5:30 to 6 for this great big double feature. 5:30 to 6 on Monday, a complete story with Sky King, Adventure Under the Sea. 5:30 to 6 on Tuesday, a complete story with Jack Armstrong in the Mystery of Blue Acres. And so on, day after day, Monday through Friday. So make 5:30 to 6 on ABC the most exciting half hour of your day. This is Jack Lester inviting you to be here Monday for the big event. And saying goodbye now for Jack Armstrong, the All-American Boy.
This is ABC, the American Broadcasting Company.